Anyone in the room who ever wanted to do art but didn't know what to do? Well, I have the project for you. It's a distress picture collage. Collage actually comes from the French word coller, meaning to glue. It's a visual piece of art that you glue down to make into a whole piece. Now today, I'm going to show you what materials you're going to need for it, how you're going to prepare, how you're going to glue the picture down, how you're going to wait for the glue to set, and then how to rub it off, and then further pictures that you want to put on. First, I'm going to show you what you're going to need. First, you're going to need a sponge brush, just a little one, not too big. You're going to need heavy gel mat. Upside down. I prefer Golden Brand. It is a little expensive, but if you get the 8-ounce bottle, you can use it for as many art projects as you want. You're going to need canvas. This is an 8 by 10, but the one I'm going to show you a little bit later is a 16 by 20. It just depends on how big you want to make your art. You're going to need your pictures. And you're also going to need water. Not too much water, because if you use too much water, then the picture will come up. So first, I'm going to show you how to prepare. Well, I actually went to Office Max and printed these out on the Office Max print paper. They usually come in 4 to a page. Depending on how big you want the pictures, you can either do it 4 or 3. Now I'm going to show you how to glue the pictures on. I'm going to open up the glue. Now, this is the tricky part. You want to glue the front of the picture. You don't want to glue the back, because the front of the picture, that's a secret to actually getting the picture to how you want it to look. So we're going to glue on the front. You want to make sure it's an even coat, because you don't want any glue bubbles, I would say, to form when you're finishing it. So, now that we have our first picture glued, we can put it on the blank canvas. Now you want to put it face down, obviously, with the glue down. Push it down, and then you want to make sure that it's all pushed down, no bubbles, so that the picture comes out perfect. Okay. So now that we have our picture glued down, what we're going to do is you have to wait. It's about a little bit over 5 minutes to wait, but I already have one prepared, kind of like in the cooking shows where they already have a magically finished one in the oven. But before you do that, you want to make sure you put the top back on the glue or it'll dry out. It's expensive glue, you don't want to dry it out. So now that I have already prepared one, so what you're going to do is you're going to place it down. And you don't want to put too much water on it, because again, it will take the picture off if you put too much water on it. And I will be careful. So what you're going to do is put a couple drops on, and you're going to rub it around with your index finger. That's another thing you're going to need for your project, your index finger. It's the most important part, I would say. So now what you're going to do is you're going to start to rub it. Not too much pressure, but not too light of pressure. This exposes the picture. Because it's glued on backwards, any words that you're going to put down are going to be backwards. So try to use as minimal wording as possible. But if you did want to use words on your project, you could adhere those with another adhesive, like Mod Podge, just so that your pictures are facing forward. So now, sometimes they usually come up in strips like this, and sometimes you usually have to press a little bit harder. Also, another technique that I like to use is you go in little circles. So you don't want to rip certain parts of the picture, because that's what makes it distress, the little rips around the edges or anything like that. You go in little circles. Okay. So that is basically how you get the back of the picture off. You just want to rub it, possibly little circles, but you just want to go back and forth with it. I'm going to show you one that I finished. These have been glued backwards. This one, and that one have been glued with Mod Podge. They're face forward. I didn't want them backwards, obviously. So I Mod Podged them down so they're facing forwards. Can everybody see this? Now after you're finished with your first picture, once you're finished with it, you can glue down the next one. And again, I'm going to open the glue. You just want to glue on the front. You want to glue on the front. Even I do it. Try to glue on the back. Just enough glue to cover it, but not too much. And you want to make sure that the lid's back on the glue. And you glue this one down as well. Just like that. You can place the pictures any way you want them. You can even overlap. After you're finished gluing everything down and you have your project finished, you can wash the brush with soap and water. You want to make sure you do it with soap and water just to make sure all of the glue is off of it and it doesn't get hard and stiff, because you don't, well, brushes really aren't that expensive, but you don't want to have to buy another one. So in conclusion, since you have just witnessed how easy and exciting it is to create a distress picture collage, you can now appreciate that not all art is for artists alone. The collage starts with one picture and multiplies into a masterpiece. With just a few materials and a simple procedure, you can create a work of art by just using any pictures that you would like, any theme. So now, will you show others how to make this awesome, decorative, and even present? You can make this as a present and just give to someone. It's awesome, you know. So will you make it?